Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, August 20th, 2015, and the U.S. stock market is closed. I don't know if they're going to call this Black Thursday or not. I called the Dow down for today. I guess I was right on that one. Dow fell 358 points today, a real plunge. I have been talking about saying that this Dow was going to go to 17,000. I've been saying that over and over again for many days, and today the Dow closed at actually overshot that by 10 points. It closed at 16,990, so it closed just below the 17,000 mark. Interestingly enough, it really plunged through that the last 15 minutes. We had a pretty big sell-off here right at the very end, last 15 minutes. It looks like it fell, oh gosh, that looks like almost a 75 point drop in the last 15 minutes of the day. So we really weren't at 17,000 until the very end, and it sold off and closed on its low. So I am tomorrow is going to be very interesting. I'm going to call the Dow up tomorrow, but I will say that this price action today is very ominous, and if it keeps going down tomorrow, hey, all bets are off. I don't know where this thing is going, but at the same time, I kind of tend to believe that it's going to bounce tomorrow, and we could even see the beginning of a longer term rally. Then it could just consolidate at these lower levels. Interestingly enough, this plunge today has exposed three red lines of mine here. 1, 2, 3. This thing down here is just the bottom of the chart. But these three lines go way back many weeks ago, and this formed a floor many weeks ago. And it was from this floor that we got a very powerful move up and down. We made an awful lot of money on that upside move. It'll be interesting to see if, now that the Dow has gotten down to this level, if we could see a rally come out of this that would start generating profits for us again. And if it fails to do that, obviously we are in very serious correction mode, and I hate to use the word, but maybe we're going into a bear market. But it's too early to say this. Basically right now, after today, this market has done what I have been saying it's going to do. If it goes a lot lower than this, then it's doing something new, and I'm not sure what it's doing. But anyway, I'm still going to call it up for tomorrow. We had two positions coming into today, and they both got out with negatives, but we only had $1,000 negative total in what we closed out. It's what we got into that caused major problems for us. We also today got into only two positions, but we had one really go bad. And I did something that I do not normally do. I don't normally recommend this, but I just got out of both positions before they ate me alive today. Still took some losses, but it was for me just another crappy day rather than being a disastrous day. I'll show you the disastrous trade right now. This took place. This is a stock. I've been watching this stock and then thinking about throwing it out of the portfolio simply because of the thinness. I mean, you can see these kind of dots and everything, and this is not a kind of stock I like to trade when it's that thin. Then this morning this thing gaps up and gets us in right away, and I wish I had done what my guts told me to do. The bid and ask spread here right after we got in was just absolutely huge, and I looked at that and I thought, hey, I don't want to be in this thing, and almost got out of this almost at break even or even with a slight profit, just in and out. I don't want this stock. Unfortunately, I did not follow that. I just thought that's being too unsystem-like. But as the thing dropped down there, I did get out of this thing ahead of time because it just looked to me so obvious that this thing was failing. Vascular Biogenics, VBLT, that's the name of this stock, and this thing on the system is down $8,000 on the close, and it's not out yet. And furthermore, I'm looking at this. This is, if any of you read my old manuals, this is what I call a crossover pattern, where the price opens much higher and then it comes down and it crosses over the area of congestion of the last few days, and this is very, very ominous. So this is down $8,000. It could easily go lower tomorrow, so I'm very happy to be out of this thing. It's a terrible trade. It's not the worst trade we've had this year. We had those back-to-back things in China Airlines that were both over $10,000. So this is not the worst, but it's getting close to the worst. We had one other trade that was actually positive, and it's not surprising that on a day when equities are going into the toilet that we get a decent trade in a gold stock. This is SBGL, that's Sibanye Gold, and we bought this right on the open, and it did continue to go. I did get out of this. Again, I just don't want to be in this market with all these this volatility and question marks. Yeah, I mean, I'll take buys tomorrow. I'll take new buys tomorrow, but I'm glad to be flat. Anyway, I did pretty much get out of here at the top today in Sibanye Gold. By the way, the system is holding positive $2,000 in that, so we'll see if I was right or wrong. But I do not recommend overriding a system normally, but today was an extraordinary day, and you know, I think we're going to be able to see a lot tomorrow, how this thing reacts. You know, if it continues to plunge, you know, we're looking at a much lower market. There's no question about it. If it bounces, hey, maybe it'll consolidate and we can get a genuine rally and go back up to 18,000. I mean, that is possible. I mean, not tomorrow, but over the next few weeks. Anyway, interesting day, even if we lost money. This is Trader Bob signing off. I'll see you all tomorrow on Friday.